Hello, welcome back to Jake's Books Corner, where we're going to go through the books that I want to read in November. I do want to mention, in case you guys are new here, or not new here, I'm Jacob, we do book videos, but we also do writing videos and sometimes lifestyle videos. Those sometimes go well, so they're not very prevalent here, but they're supposed to be. But I am a little behind on my wrap-ups, my book writing videos and stuff, and so we're having a slew of content coming out this week, kind of wrapping up everything in October, and then also starting everything for November. I know it's the second week of November. Do not get on me in the comments. I do understand this. We have a shit ton of books to go through, and I still didn't grab them all. So I just want to very clearly pop up one of the books here, which I do own. I just don't feel like grabbing it. And that is Amulet. It's up there. Here's the cover for one of them, whatever one I choose. And this is a middle grade fantasy children's comic book series. All 8 books are out, and planning on binging them all in a correspondence of one day, probably this weekend, probably Saturday is my best guess. So that's a fun video. Let me know if you guys want me to make a video on it. I'll talk about it in my vlog, but let me know if you guys want more in-depth details, if that's something you're interested about. I don't think you guys are, and so in case I'm doing like a 24-hour readathon or something, which would be pretty nice, I can say I read 8 books in 24 hours, that might be the extent. I also want to mention there's a few books I've already read this month that were not on my TBR that I picked up on a whim. One of them being, I'm going to pop up on the screen, Swimming Lessons by Lily Reinhardt. I had no idea what this was about, except it was about poems, and it was great. It was beautiful, but I'll talk about more of it in my wrap-up. I just want to mention that it was in my TBR, you know, my TBR. Okay. Now, let's continue. There's a few other books in here that I've read that I'm going to gloss over because I've already had full-fledged opinions and thoughts and stuff about it, and some of them I read with you guys on Goodreads, and so you guys can go follow my Goodreads account, link down below. I'm still accepting friend requests and stuff, so if that's something you're interested in, go right ahead and do that. Also, lots of bosses here. Want to mention that I'm trying to read short books first and then long books next. That does not include audiobooks. Oh, that reminds me, I have no idea what this is called. The Only Good Indians, something like that, is one of the audiobooks I'm going to pick up. I'm not going to mention it again. I have no idea what this is about. I have no synopsis. I have nothing for you, except for it's literally did book close pick of the month. And it's also Indigenous month, and so I'm going to try to pick a few more Indigenous reads, maybe more Indigenous horror or thriller reads, as I do quite enjoy those type of books. And so maybe I'll even pick up a non-fic. I'm not sure. I think that's where I'm going to go towards more for my audiobook section. Also, I want to mention A List of Fair, which is a Taylor Jenkins read. And I want to know your guys' opinions. Do you want me to do a Taylor Jenkins read wrap-up? I read all of her books. This is the last one, I'm pretty sure. When she has another short story I need to go hunting down for. Or do me wait until her newest book comes out next year in May? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright, now we're going to jump into books that I actually do physically own or have from the library. Okay. First one is Beach Read. Obviously, I want to read Emily Henry's Beach Read. It's like top priority. Like if I was making a video talking about what's my most anticipated books for the end of the year, this is on that list. I just haven't had time. My bookmark was in there. I don't even know where she disappeared to. But it's one of my most anticipated books. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be phenomenal. And yeah, so yeah, there's that. We have The Anti-Virginity Pact by Katie Weismer, which was originally supposed to be read in October. I didn't get to it, and so now we're circling back around to read it in November. This is one of those books that I really want to reread again because I read it so long ago that I still want to make sure it's one of my favorites of the year. Spoiler, I'm pretty sure it's going to be since, like, I have quotes in my mind from it already. Meredith, this follows, oh my god, do you make it back? I'm not going to go back. I always forget I'm supposed to tell you the synopses. It's a thing, I guess. This is about a preacher's daughter who ends up signing an anti-virginity pact with her best friend, and the fallout of that and other shenanigans go on. It's phenomenal. I have a whole review. You know I'm obsessed with Katie Weismer, in a platonically friendship kind of way, and also just in like a huge fan. She creates great content, and obviously can we just support women who support themselves? And she's like 25, or not even. She's like 23 or something like that. She has her own business. I mean, these are goals, guys. It's phenomenal. Either way, her channel, I guess, I don't know if I'll link it or not. But we have Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. There's a few reasons why I picked this up. One, I just love myself a good queer romance, and this sounds amazing. It's also paranormal. Oh my god, I should read this next. No, Jacob, read graphic novels first. Because this is what I'm really in the mood for, is paranormal. This is Latina, some Mexican heritage, if I'm not mistaken, which is very, very exciting. I've not read quite enough books from over there. And so that's very, very exciting. I need more books from... So if you have any recommendations for Latino or Latina novels, anything like that, let me know in the comments down below. Specifically, queer ones would be phenomenal. This is the first ever New York Times bestseller list for a trans author as well. A trans Latino author. What the fuck? It's phenomenal. I'm obsessed. So obviously I had to buy it. And I'm also very excited. The cover's phenomenal. I've heard about a lot. A lot of people already read it and stuff. And so, you know, if you guys want my own spoilery review opinion on it when I do get to it, I will be getting to it this month. This is a main priority. We have Ellen Hopkins, My Last Chance with Her for People Kill People. This is a mix between a poetry... Oh, I didn't even tell you what... One of a huge thing about how amazing it is. This is about a boy who tries to bring back a family member and ends up bringing back a bad boy. Like, from the dead. It's phenomenal. I'm obsessed. This is a school shooting. So, it's very sad. But this is school shootings, and this is the re-account of the school shooter and the people around them, as most school shooting books do. I'm not dissing on them. I'm just saying that that's just what it normally is, in my personal opinion. And Ellen Hopkins and I do have a friendship. That whole shelf up there is Ellen Hopkins novels, but our friendship is very... I would say her earlier stuff is much more stronger than her later stuff. Like, I mean, if you want to go read, like, Impulse or Identical, I would never tell you not to. But if you're picking up, like, Rumble or, what are some other ones I was like, oh, that's not great. Oh, The You, I've never known. I also didn't really enjoy Traffic, which was the sequel to Tricks, which is questionable at best. Burned in Smoke are fine, but they're not great. Perfect, I didn't really enjoy. And then Crank was really good. I like Glass, nothing really happens in it. And then Fallout was, well, one would say annoying. So, we bring us to People Kill People. And so I'm having really mixed thoughts and opinions. I really wanted to read it for a very long time. I got it for a very nice price tag, so that's also great. And it's a mixture between poetry and not poetry. But it's like not invention. I don't know. It's pretty long. It's pretty thick. I don't know if I'll get to it this month, but it is on my TBR, to say the least. And then we have the book that I know you guys are like, oh my god, are you going to finish it? Are you going to read it? Or is there going to be a spoiler vlog? There will be a spoiler vlog. The goal is to get it out soon. I'm not putting any dates. And that is Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. I am there. I'm actually, no, I think I'm there. I might be there. I'm one of these spots. And, yeah. This is Edward's point of view. And this came out in October. I think. Or was it September? Jesus Christ. Either way, my point being, I really do need to finish it. You guys are correct for hounding me about it. And it will happen. And you guys will get a spoiler reading vlog. Because every time I post, I still post a spoiler reading vlog over on my Instagram, which you guys should go follow. Link down below. You guys all say yes. So, that's what's happening. I don't know if it's going to do well or not anymore. Because it's been out for so long. And so many people have their own fresh opinion on it. But it has to be better than that. I mean, that was horrible. And even talking to people who love that book, I still think it's horrible. So, yeah, just a little too coincidental for me. Whereas this is filling in details. Like, that's a prequel. This is literal, like, in the story type of thing. And then we have City of Heavenly Fire by The Mortal Instruments. This is book 6, the final book. I don't have many thoughts and opinions, except you guys can expect a review of this. I want to say this week. If not this week, next week, because I did finish it. Then we have Winter Counts. Once again, this is another Indigenous read. This takes place on a South Dakota Rosebud Indian Reserve, and it's about local enforcement coming in to solve a murder case. I love these type of books. I love books that take place during the snow, which I'm just assuming that it takes place during the snow. I could be wrong. And then also, I love books that are this type of thing. I very much enjoyed them. I have not read a lot of them, but every time I do read one, I quite enjoyed. Alright, we're getting there. We have the Bane Chronicles, which follows Magnus Bane throughout his lifetime. This will be the next audiobook I pick up after I get done with the one I'm currently listening to. And yeah, it's the next book I need to read in the Shadowhunter trilogy. I do want to mention, going forward with the Bane Chronicles and onward, we're going to do spoilery reading vlogs instead of wrapping them in threes. I do talk about in that video in case you want more in-depth details when it comes out later on this month. But yeah, so when I do start reading that, we'll have a vlog to go with it. Then we have Coraline by Neil Gaiman, which I heard the inside is so disturbing. I'm so excited. It is a teen novel, which did not shock me. The movie is terrifying, so I'm quite excited. I'm not gonna lie to you. Then we have Frankenstein by Mary Shelley and Other Stories. I'm not entirely sure what this follows. I'm not even entirely sure, except I'm pretty sure it's like poetry or something along those lines. I'm not really sure. All I know is I need to read it. So, and then we have a book I didn't even know existed, and then I found it, and I was like, oh my god, how did I not know it existed? And that is Marissa Meyer's Wires and Nerves for the Lunar Chronicles. If you guys do not know, the Lunar Chronicles, there's Cress, is one of my favorite young adult series, and I recommend it to everybody when everybody asks, what do I recommend for young adult? I've not really enjoyed Marissa Meyer's writing outside. For instance, I picked up Renegades like 4 times now, and I get about halfway through every time, and I put it down. And so, we'll try it again. I'm going to continue to try that series, because I just heard it's phenomenal, and I really just need to push myself through it. But this one, this follows a side character, and things. I don't actually personally know when in the world this takes place, or where this takes place, except that I will read it, and I will either hate it or love it. It's either going to be like Ferris or Winter. I've never read Stars of Love. Let me know if I should. I did read Ferris because you gotta be curious. But I really hate in like these type of novels. Now, if we're talking like middle grade, yeah, we need to sympathize with the villain because it's a middle grade, and I think it's very important to be able to sympathize with the villain. I think that's why Harry Potter slowly progressed as they got older, because you cannot sympathize with Voldemort and the crimes that he did and the horribleness. But there's a lot of other ones where I've read where the villain is still very much a villain, but it's very like, I kind of see where you're coming from kind of thing. Whereas with the Lunar Chronicles, I never really wanted to do that with the Evil Queen that's in these books, and Ferris really just tried to home in on that, and I just wasn't for it. Then we also have The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn, which is a 90-page short novella, which is about a dude, if I'm not mistaken. Some weird things happen. I have read it like once. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, please maybe give a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all next time for another video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.